The Confidence Blueprint. Daily Habits to Build Unshakable Self-Esteem. Hello, and a very warm welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Find a comfortable space, perhaps settle in with a cup of tea, and allow your focus to turn inward. This time is for you. For the next while, we are going to journey together, away from the noise and demands of the outside world and into the quiet, powerful landscape of your own potential. This audiobook is titled The Confidence Blueprint: Daily Habits to Build Unshakable Self-Esteem. And that is exactly what we will explore: a practical, step-by-step framework for constructing a foundation of self-worth that is resilient, unshakable, and truly your own. So often we think of confidence as something we either have or we don't, a gift given to the lucky few. But that is a myth. Confidence is not a destination you arrive at. It is a skill you build. It is the quiet assurance that comes from knowing deep in your bones that you can handle what life brings your way. It is built not in one grand gesture, but in the small, consistent daily habits that we will discuss in these chapters. My voice will be your guide, but the beautiful, transformative work is yours. Listen with an open mind and a compassionate heart. Be gentle with yourself. The journey to unshakable self-esteem begins with a single, kind thought. Let this be that thought. Let us begin. Chapter 1. Laying the Foundation. Understanding Self-Esteem. What exactly are we building when we talk about self-esteem? Before we pick up our tools and lay the first bricks, we must understand the blueprint itself. A self-esteem is the overall sense of your value or worth. It's the reputation you have with yourself. Do you trust yourself? Do you believe you are capable? Do you feel you deserve good things? The answers to these questions form the bedrock of your experience. Many of us confuse self-esteem with arrogance or boastfulness. But true, healthy self-esteem is quiet. It is internal. It doesn't need to be louder than everyone else in the room because it doesn't require external validation to exist. A tree with deep roots doesn't ask the wind if it is strong. It simply stands. In this chapter, we will gently explore the two core components of self-esteem: self-efficacy and self-respect. Self-efficacy is the belief in your ability to cope with life's challenges and to achieve your goals. It's the voice that whispers, "I can figure this out." It's built through competence, through taking action, and through seeing yourself succeed in small ways. Self-respect is the belief that you deserve happiness, love, and success. It is the understanding that your needs and feelings are valid. It is the foundation for setting boundaries and treating yourself with kindness. Over the next chapters, we will build both. We will develop the competence that fuels self-efficacy. We will practice the self-compassion that nurtures self-respect. This is a holistic process. One supports the other. Remember, the goal is not to become a different person. The goal is to become the most authentic, assured version of the person you already are. You are not building from scratch. You are renovating, reinforcing, and remembering the strength that has always been within you. Chapter 2. The Keystone Habit, the Morning Mindset Ritual. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Imagine waking up and the first voices you hear are those of doubt, anxiety, and overwhelm. Now imagine a different beginning, a beginning you design with intention. This is the power of a morning mindset ritual. This is not about adding more tasks to a busy morning. It is about layering meaning and purpose into your first waking moments. A ritual can be just 5 to 10 minutes long. Consistency is what matters, not the duration. Let me offer you a simple, powerful three-part structure you can adapt. First, upon waking, before you check your phone, take one deep, conscious breath. Inhale slowly, and as you exhale, bring to mind one single thing you are grateful for. It could be the warmth of your bed, the sound of birds outside, or simply the gift of a new day. Gratitude instantly shifts your brain from a state of lack to a state of abundance. Second, as you go about your morning routine, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, making your coffee, listen to your internal dialogue. Are you criticizing yourself? Are you already rehearsing the day's stresses? Gently interrupt that pattern. Introduce an affirmation, simple present tense statement, something like, I am capable and calm, or I trust myself to handle whatever comes my way. Say it with conviction, even if you don't fully believe it yet. You are planting a seed. Third, set a micro-intention for the day. This is not a to-do list. It is a quality you wish to embody. For example, today my intention is to be patient, or today I will lead with kindness, or today I will listen to my body. This sets a compass for your behavior, guiding you from within. This keystone habit, practiced daily, becomes a non-negotiable gift to yourself. It builds the muscle of intentionality, ensuring that your day is not something that simply happens to you, but something you consciously co-create. Chapter 3. The Language of Self-Worth. Rewiring your internal dialogue if someone followed you around all day. Speaking to you the way you speak to yourself, would you be their friend? For many of us, the answer is a painful no. Our inner critic can be a relentless, unforgiving companion. But here is the vital truth. That critic is a habit, not a truth teller. And habits can be changed. In this chapter, we learn to become linguists of our own minds. We learn to study and then gently transform the language of our thoughts. The first step is simple but profound. Notice. For the next 24 hours, make it a game to simply observe your self-talk without judgment.
Ow.
Don't try to stop it or change it yet. Just become aware. Ah, there is the voice of fear, or I notice I'm being very hard on myself about that mistake. This act of noticing creates a tiny space between you and the thought. In that space lies your freedom. The second step is to challenge the critic with curiosity. When you hear a thought like, I'm going to mess this presentation up, ask it, is that absolutely true? What evidence do I have that I can handle it? You are not arguing, you are inquiring. You are moving from a reactive state to a responsive one. The third and most crucial step is to introduce a new voice, the voice of your inner advocate. This is the voice of your wisest, most compassionate self. When the critic says, you failed, the advocate says, you learned. When the critic says, you're not good enough, the advocate says, you are growing, and that is enough for today. Begin to speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend who is struggling. You would not berate them. You would encourage them. You would offer them kindness and perspective. Extend that same grace to yourself. This rewiring is a practice. Some days you will be a master of your mind. Other days the critic will seem loud. That is okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to, over time, tilt the balance. To make the voice of your inner advocate the default, the home you return to again and again. Chapter 4. The Body-Mind Connection. Posture, Presence, and Power. We often think of confidence as a purely mental game. but the mind and body are in a constant, intimate dialogue. You cannot feel powerful while your body is projecting powerlessness. The good news is, we can use the body to lead the mind into a state of confidence. Let's explore 3 physical anchors. First, your posture. It is called the blueprint for a reason. Your physical structure informs your mental state. Right now, as you listen, notice your posture. Are your shoulders rounded? Is your head tilted down? Gently adjust. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your chest. Imagine a golden thread pulling the crown of your head towards the sky. This simple act of sitting or standing tall is not just about how others see you. It's about the signals you are sending to your own brain. Research has shown that adopting power poses for just 2 minutes can alter your body chemistry, reducing the stress hormone cortisol and increasing the confidence hormone testosterone. Second, your breath. Breath is the remote control for your nervous system. When you are anxious, your breath becomes shallow and rapid. You can reverse this. When you feel doubt creeping in, take a power breath. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. This simple practice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, telling your body, we are safe, we are in control. Third, your presence. Confidence lives in the present moment. Anxiety is often fear of the future. Regret is pain from the past. To build confidence, we must anchor ourselves in the now. A powerful way to do this is through your senses. The next time you feel overwhelmed, practice the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, the chair beneath you, the air on your skin, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. This grounds you instantly in your body and the present reality, pulling you out of the fearful stories in your mind. Your body is your partner in this journey. Treat it with respect, listen to its wisdom, and use its innate power to steady your mind and fortify your spirit. Chapter 5. The Momentum of Micro Wins, Celebrating Progress. Not perfection, we are conditioned to wait for the big victory, the promotion, the finished project, the final goal to feel successful. But in that waiting, we starve our confidence. Unshakable self-esteem is built on the accumulation of tiny daily proofs of your own capability. This is the momentum of micro wins. A micro win is any small positive action you take that aligns with your values and moves you forward even an inch. It is making your bed. It is sending that one difficult email. It is choosing a healthy meal. It is taking 5 minutes to meditate. It is ending a workday on time. The key is to both take the action and, most importantly, to acknowledge it. At the end of each day, I want you to practice a simple review. Take 2 minutes with a journal or simply in your mind and ask yourself, what are 3 micro wins I had today? They do not need to be grand. They just need to be true. Today I drank a glass of water when I woke up. Today I spoke up in a meeting. Today I was patient with my child. Today I took a walk instead of scrolling on my phone. As you do this, you are fundamentally rewiring your brain to look for evidence of your competence and goodness. You are training your focus away from what you didn't do and towards what you did do. This creates a positive feedback loop. Feeling good about a micro win today makes you more likely to create another one tomorrow. Perfectionism is the enemy of confidence because it is a standard that can never be met. It causes paralysis. Progress, on the other hand, is fuel. It is motivating and empowering. Embrace the concept of good enough. A messy, imperfect action is infinitely more valuable than a perfect idea that is never acted upon. Celebrate the stumble, the learning, the trying. This is how you build momentum, brick by brick, win by tiny win. Chapter 6. Curating your environment, your circle, and your space. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This old adage holds a profound truth. Your environment, both your social circle and your physical spaces, like the soil in which your confidence grows, is it nutrient-rich and supportive, or is it toxic and depleting? Let's start with your social environment. Take an honest inventory of the people in your life. Who energizes you? Who believes in you? Who listens and offers constructive support? These are your builders. Spend more time with them. Now, consider who drains you, who is constantly critical, negative, or dismissive of your dreams. These are your drainers. I am not suggesting you abruptly end relationships, but I am urging you to create boundaries. You can limit your time with them. You can choose not to share your vulnerable dreams with someone you know will shoot them down. You can learn to receive their comments without internalizing them. Protect your growing confidence like the tender, precious flame that it is. Now, let's consider your physical environment. Your space has a voice. Cluttered, chaotic room whispers. You are not in control. A clean, organized, and personalized space affirms, I respect myself and my well-being. Start small. Create one tiny sanctuary. It could be a corner of a room with a comfortable chair and a plant. It could be making your bed every morning. It could be keeping your kitchen counter clean. This is not about domestic perfection. It is about creating external order that fosters internal calm. When you control your environment, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of controlling your life. Your environment should be a reflection of the person you are becoming. Fill it with things that inspire you, people who uplift you, and spaces that bring you peace. You are the architect of your world. Design it to support your highest self. Chapter 7. The art of embracing the imperfect action over inaction. At the heart of so much self-doubt is the fear of being judged, of making a mistake, of not being perfect. This fear leads to procrastination and inaction, which in turn erodes our self-esteem because we are not keeping the promises we make to ourselves. The antidote is to embrace the imperfect, to prioritize action over perfect execution. This is the concept of done is better than perfect. The goal is to launch, to publish, to speak, to try not to do it flawlessly. Flawless is a prison. Think of a time you did something for the first time. You were probably not very good at it, but you did it. And with each subsequent attempt, you improved. Confidence is born in that space of trying, failing, learning, and trying again. It is not born in the safety of silence and inaction. I want you to adopt a new mantra. I am willing to be a beginner. Give yourself permission to be awkward, to be clumsy, to not have all the answers. This is the mark of true courage. The next time you feel the paralysis of perfectionism, set a timer for 5 minutes and just start. Don't think about writing the whole chapter. Just write one paragraph. Don't think about the entire workout. Just put on your shoes and step outside. Don't think about the perfect presentation. Just create the first slide. Action creates clarity, and builds competence. Inaction creates fog and fosters fear. Every time you take action, especially when it's imperfect, you are sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I am the kind of person who gets things done. I can trust myself to take the first step. Embrace the beautiful, messy, imperfect process of growth. It is in the trying that you discover your true strength. Chapter 8. The closing chapter, Integrating Your Unshakable Self. We have reached the final chapter of our journey together. But this is truly just the beginning of yours. We have laid the blueprint. We have discussed the keystone habit of a morning ritual, the vital work of rewiring your inner dialogue, the power of the body-mind connection, the fuel of micro-wins, the importance of your environment, and the courage of imperfect action. These are not 7 separate ideas. They're 7 interconnected strands, woven together to form a strong, resilient cord of self-esteem. The work now is integration. It is to weave these habits into the fabric of your daily life. You do not need to do everything at once. In fact, I encourage you not to. Start with one. Perhaps the morning mindset ritual from Chapter 2. Practice it for 2 weeks until it feels natural. Then perhaps add the practice of noticing your self-talk from Chapter 3. Be patient and persistent. There will be days you forget. There will be moments the old critic returns. This is not failure. It's part of the process. When you stumble, your job is not to criticize yourself for falling, but to gently, kindly help yourself back up. This is the very essence of self-respect. You are building a new relationship with yourself. A relationship based on trust, kindness, and evidence. Every time you keep a small promise to yourself, trust grows. Every time you choose self-compassion over self-criticism, respect deepens. Carry this blueprint with you. Return to these chapters when you need a refresher. Let this audiobook be a companion you can always come back to for a reminder of your own strength. You have everything you need within you already. These habits are merely the tools to help you uncover it, to dust it off, and to let it shine. Thank you. Thank you for giving yourself this gift of time and attention. Thank you for having the courage to look within and to commit to your own growth. The confidence you seek is not a far-off destination. It is here in the next conscious breath you take. It is here in the next kind word you speak to yourself. It is here in the next small step you dare to take. You are capable. You are worthy. You are enough. Go forward from this moment, not as a finished product, but as a work of art, in progress, beautiful, evolving, and inherently valuable. This is the confidence blueprint. Now, go and build your unshakable self.